That was reflexive.
Okay. Alright. So it is WoW Challenges Wednesday. And we will be doing just the Bloodthirsties today, as I said in the tweet, because we have another round of Fire Festival Friday coming up on Friday with the Iron, where I'm gonna go through and snag all the bonfires that I haven't gotten yet. So all the little like individual small ones between Northrend and Outlands and all that. So there was a report from one of our mods at WoW Challenges, one of our fellow mods, that the bonfires were now giving the same XP as a chest, above 50. So that was interesting. We can only hope that that trend continues. Perhaps they fixed that being treated as a low-level quest for the 50+ group, which will certainly help the pacifists and the irons in that regard get through that. So we'll see. There's been some talk of the Maw having reverted back to the amount of damage that it was doing with the Mawsworn on the Flight of Darkness escort to what we were seeing in beta, which is concerning. I have not been through there yet since this was reported, so I'm not sure what's going on. I'll have to be going in there soon though with a trial class on a rogue to see what I can expect damage wise for the blood rogue, because they're getting close to heading through there. I'm not doing that today, but I have to do it soon. I've been really busy the past few days here, trying to we wrapped up the current art stream project on Sunday. I've been trying to dig through reference photos to see if something sparks my interest on on Unsplash and what have you, and I think I've picked one out. Now I just have to look at my tissue paper colors, because now I'm concerned I don't have the right color. I think I do. But I have something close enough. Well, I guess I could have pulled that. It wouldn't have been the end of the world, but I wasn't ready to pull that yet, so. Yay for Smite, just jump into the next target. I'm not saying you don't have a target. Likes to auto-target. So we are kicking things off once again as usual on the Holy Priest. Sorry, my sinuses are super bad. I haven't been able to hear properly for like the past 3 or 4 days. So, I'm a little extra raspy or whatnot. I do apologize. I'm not exactly sure what my sinuses are doing to me right now, but they're not happy, which makes me grouchy, so I apologize if I'm not quite my normal self today. sounds have been very distorted for me. I was trying to work on my off-stream art project last night, and I was trying to listen to my music through my earbuds, and it was just so distorted. It sounded like two different songs playing at once underneath of each other, and I'm just like, I can't. I gotta take these off. But I can hear like voices fine for the most part. They might sound a little low at times, but they don't sound like that. I think it might be a teeny bit better today. We got some Benadryl. Last night, I can't take it during the day. I can only take it before I go to bed because it knocks me sideways. Like, sometimes I'll just drop for a few hours after taking it. Other times I'm just kind of spacey for hours. I took it before we went to bed last night, this morning, whatever you want to consider it. And it seemed like I was laying there for a while, and I'm like, I don't feel tired yet. And I was like, well, let me try to fall asleep. And then when I did fall asleep, I woke up because had to do a potty break, and man, I had a really hard time getting up to go potty, and I felt very, very groggy at that point, and then I ended up going back to sleep again for a while. I thought I was gonna end up being up because it took me a while to fall back asleep, but I was pretty out of it because Russell ended up getting a new pillow, so he slept in our room last night instead of in his mom's room with the cat, and his pill alarm was going off, and it took me a while. Like, I heard it, I'm like, what's that noise? And I was just like, meh. I just didn't give a shit, and I fell back asleep because I'm like, is that coming from the TV? That's really annoying. And I could not put the two together into oh, hey, I need to wake his ass up. It took me a while. And it finally dawned on me that it was an alarm going off because it was faint, or I was hearing it faintly. I don't know where his phone was. I think it might have been on the floor on the other side of the bed, and I'm just like, what is the noise? And then I was like, what time is it? And I was like, oh, maybe I'm supposed to wake him up. So I woke him up, and he had a hard time waking him up too, and he's like, what? And I was like, there's a noise. And he's like, huh? And I was like, noise. And he's like, oh. Like, what time is it? The alarm had only been going off for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes maybe. It's, to me, my brain thought it was going off a lot longer than that. I guess I was just that sleep foggy that, forget it. And when I got up to go to the bathroom around 8:30, the sun was out. And my dad sprung a emergency run to the pharmacy on Russell. And so he went to go do that shortly after he got up, and I fell back asleep, and I woke up and it was like dark in the bedroom, and I was like, oh, what time is it? Because, you know, I'm like thinking it's like 6 o'clock at night, and I've like slept the entire day. And he's like, I don't know. He goes, it's raining. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I checked the time. I'm like, okay, this is about my normal time to get up lately anyway. But oh my god, the panic. I was like, Jesus Christ, what's fucking going on? I didn't think it was supposed to rain today. They did say the rain chances were going to increase, and they've had us in possibility of storms for days on end, and like nothing happened. It was just sticky and miserable. But didn't know it was actually going to rain, and I think the rain showers are starting to move off us for now. There's some storms nearby, but they look like they're going to miss us. So patch day was Tuesday. So what, yesterday? Make sure you update your add-ons before jumping in, or see what ones can be updated. And disable the ones that haven't been updated yet, so you don't have too many problems. Wowhead's reporting a current bug with the maw, where the beginning quest sequence is being treated like a low-level quest. So I don't know, and they're advising people not to do it at the moment. I don't know if that's just because the XP is going to be lower. Which, you know, if the damage is lower, then hey, I would do it now, but I don't know. That's something that's gonna need to be tested to see if it's worth risking or not. Might want to hold off, but I just don't know. Especially with the weirdness that we saw the other night, like I don't know if that's still there. So I would definitely take a scout or make a trial account, or a trial class, excuse me, not trial account, a trial class. And see if you can get an idea or a feel of what the heck's going on in there currently. Let's see, did they fix the selfie cam? I want to say no. Really, Blizz? You gave us a shit ton of mounts that we didn't ask for. And as a mount collector, part of me was like, cool, but I would have liked to seen selfie cam fixed.
It's one of their fad things, which means it's never going to get fixed.
I did look, and people were complaining on the bug forum.
Yeah, people complained they didn't have a dance studio, but...
Yeah, but...
It's a fad thing. They're not going to fix it.
It needs to be fixed. I mean, we can still tweet from in-game. Fix it. Alright. Oh. Well, it helps if I... Forgot I usually hearth when I do this, but we should be safe enough here. WoW challenges. Bloodthirsty Soulsnuggles. I had to stop and think about it for a second because I wasn't, like, I knew I was on the Holy Priest, but I'm like, what the hell's their name again? Oh boy, it's a brain foggy day. Ding's level 38. She's getting there, slowly. We're looking at a slash played so far of 2 days, 14 hours, 9 minutes, and 44 seconds. Total kills thus far in her journey. 4,579. Alright, so let's go ahead and hearth out, and then we will vendor. I'm so excited. We got 4 tusks this time through. That's exciting, because I went through a period where I was hardly getting 1. And that was very sad. Because there's not that many with the things that I'm killing over here on the Horde side that have the high dollar amount on them for vendor trash. You know, if I was killing more of a variety of things, I probably would, but since I'm mostly killing just the river beasts over here with a little bit of the Dimetrodons chucked in at times, this is really our high ticket item off these guys. So we had 129 pelts, 38 oily blubbers, 4 grindstone molars, 4 ivory tusks, and 6 huge femurs. Plus, we picked up a pair of green warglaves that we can't use for 3 gold. which brings us to 183 gold, not too bad. And we'll sit your butt down because you still have like a full day of XP gathering to go before I'm ready to work on you again. Alright, so these two are not that far off of each other, are they? 4 levels separate those two. Alright. I'm right-handed, but when I drink from a mug, I drink from it with my left hand. Which kind of makes me sad because I didn't realize when I bought my flamingo mug that the little saying on the inside is only if you're holding it with your right hand. So that feels weird to me. Okay. So this level has been interesting drop-wise. Not much in the way of high-ticket items. We've gotten 1 set of antlers so far and 2 tails. Everything else is the lower dollar amount stuff. We did replace a pair of pants. And so far we've picked up a couple of greens that we're gonna vendor. I'm only gonna bother making 1 set of mana cakes for now. And we'll see how that goes. I don't think I'll need more than that to get through this last little bit. Hopefully not. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. Alrighty. And so the insanity begins yet again. So this level, it was okay. Oh, so there's that true flight fletching. That's gonna put a buff on you. Make sure that you remove that. That is a higher ticket item off of those birds though, so that's interesting. I don't get those very often. We don't kill that many of them, so to me it's not that big of a surprise, but they do seem to be a lesser dropped item most of the time. Or it could just be my RNG. I mean, it's very difficult to tell. But, this level wasn't too bad. I mean, it felt a little slow to me, but it's gonna feel slow from here on out. A, because I'm a caster, and B, because I'm a little squishy, and C, it's requiring more XP to get through each level, so it's gonna. So, oh, there's another trophy antler. That's good. So yeah, we're definitely trudging uphill now. Most definitely. I am extremely nervous about attempting the mall with this one, especially if things are acting silly. That's not welcome to news. I might fare a little bit better than the irons, simply because I have the green gear on, but the green gear is not an end-all, be-all, it's gonna save your butt. I had died in green gear on that section before, so I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to test that until things seem like they've settled down. Hopefully that's the only spot that's acting a little nutty. One can hope, right? But we don't have anybody new heading in there just yet. Probably still have a good week to 2 weeks before someone new heads in there, because I might try to prolong the rogue from entering in there an extra level, because I normally take them through them all at 50. I might try to wait till 51 in the hopes that it's not too terrible. But we're gonna have to see on that, definitely. Because I don't know now. I'm extra nervous now. I'm like, let's just get everybody to 50. No. They still have to get to 60. Okay. See, this one has been a little squishy at times, so she's definitely gonna have to go gear shopping before entering the mall. I know that much, because looking at her health points, or her health points right now is a little low. I mean, she is 44, so she does have a few levels to go before we're ready for that, but all the same, I think she's definitely going to need to upgrade the gear. Just to give her every possible advantage being in there and getting it out safely. And I mean, upgrade the gear is to within the challenge rules, just better greens than what she has on level 50 if possible. Same with the rogue. Well, I think he's gotten some gear. I think there's still a few pieces that are a little low. So we'll have to deal with that. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, sorry about that. All right. So I've got about 2 bars to go. The amount of XP that I was getting per loop was, or the amount that I was advancing on the through the level per loop was a little disappointing. I was hoping that we were going to get further each turn through. Wasn't that great, but I mean, it wasn't terrible either. So far through this loop, we've gotten a mini bar section there. Segment, if you will. Now let's have a little bit of a nibble of one of our mana cakes. So I mean, we might get to bar segments of this level. Maybe. It depends really on if the elementals are up outside the cave. Had a real hard time getting kills on them this time because it was rather busy out here when I was leveling this one, and it seemed like every time I came through that section, either people were running into the cave and just obliterating the stuff outside of it, even though there's more than enough inside, or they were just coming out of the cave and they were just hitting stuff as they were coming out, and it was a very busy quest location the night that I was working on this one. I don't remember what night it was, but this one is a bit of a squishy one with a marshmallow center, it would seem. So we're definitely going to have to be careful. And this one will probably require a trial class through the mall as well. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully by the time this one in the road gets in, all of the weirdness that's going on in there will have been sorted. I hope. But, you know, we'll find out, I suppose. Oh, goodness. That has been so sticky. So hope everybody's having a good week so far. I mean, we're only partway through the week. But hopefully it's been treating you well. Come on, Mr. Bird. I've been trying to get him down here, because he's just usually easier to tag down here. I can get a better visual on him at times. But sometimes I forget to look for him. And sometimes my timing is off and he's just not here. Did I already pull that bird, or did someone else kill it? Huh. Maybe somebody else killed it. Interesting. But we're just gonna keep on going. Keep on going, keep on going. Hoping for some more fluffy foxtails, or bushy tails. I keep calling them fluffy foxtails. The fluffy foxtails were for a quest in Lockwood Dam. No, we want the bushy foxtails, or the bushy tails, I guess. What's the difference between a bushy tail and a fluffy tail? Aren't they the same thing? Or is bushy more frizzy and dense? I don't know. So it's not quite 2 bars yet. It might be a full 2 bars once we get done with this guy. Maybe. But we'll see. Okay, so yeah, that's a full 2 bars from this loop. So we will have to start another loop. Yeah, it's been tough getting this stuff lately. I think that person that we saw earlier might have just come out of here. No, 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 that's mine. There's some inside, friend. You didn't need to kill that one. There's plenty more inside. Go on with your friend now. Okay, I guess that one respawned. So yeah, if I'm lucky I can get them. It's still a little bit less XP on those. Because the guards are hitting them, but it's still more XP than if they hadn't been there. But it's been tough coming through there and actually having them up. As people seem to be on a questing palooza out here. At least in my neck of the woods. Oh. All the joints are crunching today. This weather system that's been sitting over top of us has just been a pain in the butt. I really wish that the aquarium at Branson had been a little bit more than what it turned out to be. It kind of just looks like a kiddie tourist trap, to be perfectly honest, looking at the photos of it that people have taken. And the price doesn't match the offering at all, in my opinion. It's pretty expensive to go in there for the amount of time that people are saying that they're getting out of their experience. Like, at the most, people were saying that they were able to drag it out was like an hour and a half, and $40 for an hour and a half ain't worth it. I'm sorry, it's not for me. That's a couple rounds of mini golf somewhere else, so no thanks. I mean, we can go to the zoo in Tulsa for $25 for both of us. So, and that's like with no time limit. We can be there. I mean, well, we have a time limit as to park hours, but you know, we can decide when we want to, when we've seen everything, then we can leave. And there's a lot to see there, and that's a good deal. So, I mean, I know aquariums have tanks and filters and shit they need to run, but it feels like a bit of a tourist price than like a real price. I feel like if they dropped the price a bit, they might get some more people to come in there, and if it wasn't quite that much money, we might consider checking it out just for something to do. And I understand that it's in Branson, which is a tourist trap area, but for Christ's sake, that's a lot of money. I mean, how much are the one-day tickets to Silver Dollar City? Like, are those that much? Are they lower? I don't know. But if an amusement park is close to the same price as your aquarium, and your aquarium isn't that big, maybe you need to reevaluate the price. I'm sure they're just probably trying to recoup construction costs. But I think they'd have an easier time of that with a slightly lower price point. Maybe they'll adjust it over time, who knows. Or they need to add more stuff. Maybe they're still adding to it. But as it stands right now, no. We won't be going yet. And we can't really do Silver Dollar City because neither one of us can really do rides. And for us, it would be a waste of money to go in there to walk around and maybe get some food. Kind of why I'd like to go to Disney again someday. I was there, I think, when I was 10. But I'm not really that into meeting people dressed as Disney characters. I'm in my brain, I'm kind of like, what's the point? It's not like this was it's a fictitious character. Like, I don't know, maybe I just don't get the magic of it all, but I'm more shy when it comes to that. I'm just like, this is weird, right? I was like that when I was little too. Like, my mom was like forcing me to go up to meet characters, and I'm like, no, this feels weird. Like, I don't want to. But there's so few rides that I could actually go on because of my neck that I don't think it's worth the price. Like, I could do Small World, probably Jungle Cruise, the merry-go-round, maybe the Speedway, and like maybe Winnie the Pooh. I don't know if I could do Peter Pan, but I really don't care about Peter Pan, so that ride wouldn't interest me, and I feel like that's a lot of money for what we'd be able to do. Disney's not cheap. I'd actually much rather spend the day at SeaWorld, to be perfectly honest. We had fun at SeaWorld. The food wasn't bad, although if we go again, we might get all-day dining. We got our tickets for SeaWorld at half price. It was great. We caught a sale. And, we got in for half price. Like, I think tickets were originally $100 a piece. We got them for $50 a piece, which was great. And it was right next to the hotel that we were staying at. So we didn't have to pay for parking, we just walked right over. It was fantastical. And fantabulous. So, WoW challenges, Bloodthirsty, Frozensoul, Frost Mage, things level 45. We've got a slash played of, excuse me, 3 days, 8 hours, 58 minutes, and 11 seconds. Total kills, Where are we, friend? 48. 64. Okay. Alright, but I mean, that's just me. If you guys like Disney, then hey, have at it. Take my spot, because I had wanted to kind of check out Epcot, because I've never been there. But at the same time, I have the Disney dilemma, where that's a lot of money. There's a few rides there, but not many that I can do. Like, I might be able to do Living with the Land and the one in the Mexico pavilion with the three birds whose name I can't remember. The one with the Donald's part of. That might be it. Can't do Frozen because of the drop. Definitely can't do Test Track.
So, fancy some bits and bobs?
So, like, I'm shit out of luck. And yes, SeaWorld does have rides, but there's more to do that's not a ride. Excuse me. It's not just rides. So, the next time we go back down Florida way, we might try to do SeaWorld, and then we might try to shoot over to Tampa and do the Clearwater Aquarium and
Stop by
246, excuse me. There's that dyslexia again. I caught it though. Do the Clearwater Aquarium, we might do Busch Gardens, and I know Busch Gardens is a bit of rides, but there's also the zoo. So we might try to do that. Because they have like a city pass thingy where you can go to several different attractions for a lot less. So we might look into that. But that's a long ways from now. That's a few years down the road. If we're lucky. And you know, it's just a planning stage thing that may or may not come to fruition. Fruition? I don't think I'm saying that right. You guys know what I mean. It may or may not come to be. Oh goodness, okay. I'm like, what is happening here? Alright, I think that should be enough food. Now this one's had about the same amount of drops that the mage had. Like, the drops weren't great. I mean, this one's gotten a few more greens to turn into the vendor. But only one set of antlers so far, only 2 tails. He did pick up Eternal Ash, which was interesting because that seems to be a harder one to get. Mostly because I don't see the elementals up that often. Pardon me, coming through. So we are 48. Gunning for 49. Right now. So we will see. Provides a moment of magic immunity and Slayer removing all harmful spell effects. The cloak lingers, causing you to resist harmful spells. Okay. So would that like work on fear and stuff? I don't know. This is a harmful spell. I don't know if that counts as a harmful spell. It doesn't say movement impairing, so it may not. We may have to test that on the trial character. we will see. We will see. Alright. Just need to top off the health there. It was a little low, especially going into the stags. They've been hitting like trucks lately. Especially this guy with his dot of doom that sometimes shows up. Like there it is. And 12 seconds for a damage dot to be ticking can be rather distressing when you're on someone that doesn't really have a means to heal themselves in combat aside from the Crimson Vial, which doesn't do a whole heck of a lot. It does a little bit. It might get you out of a screen flashing situation or keep you from getting there, but it's still not the greatest. And there's probably some that argue that I use Crystal. See, I'm doing it again. Crimson Vial, too much. Like, too soon. But, I've got this block where I have to call it Crystal instead of Crimson. So, apologies. It's one of those things, like I keep calling the snow leopards in and around Keranos and Dunmaros snow cheetahs. It's just, that's the way it's gonna be. My brain has latched on to that being that, and there's no arguing with it and telling it otherwise. I've tried. Well, sometimes I found that if I use that early, it's not quite as bad getting my health back at the end of the fight, but it depends. I might start trying to use it a little bit later in the fight. We'll see, because now I'm getting to the point where I have to eat after every fight regardless, so I have a feeling my bags are going to be very full of food going into Shadowlands. Just that's the feeling I'm getting as to how it's gonna be. We'll see. Alright, I can't do anything here until this goes away. Because every time I go to stealth, the damage that it does just takes me right back out of it. So if that's on you and you try to shadow meld, the shadow meld will more than likely fail or pop out like a second after being in it, and your aggro might not have had a chance to reset. So do watch any debuffs that are on you if you try to hit shadow meld. What is this? Oh, Shadowlands dungeons. Final boss of each Shadowland dungeon will drop an extra item. That's interesting. Has that always been there, or is that something new? I haven't done any Shadowlands dungeons, so I don't know. Did I hit that? Why did I hit that? Did I hit that too soon? Was I not paying attention? Anything's possible. But yeah, the rogue is super slow for me. I don't know if it's because my gear is shitty or if I'm just squishy by nature. I don't know. But I definitely have to eat a lot. That's just the way this guy seems to be. I will admit it is a wee bit annoying that I have to eat so much. I feel like I'm on a warrior, to be perfectly honest. It's like, ugh. It does have the squishiness of a high-level warrior. where, and before you say it, yeah, I know warriors have victory rush. However, once you get to a certain point, if you've taken enough damage, victory rush is not gonna do it for you to bring you up to a safe enough health level.
It's too far away.
No, no, no. If your health got that low to begin with, so just saying. While victory rush is helpful, I would not rely on it as my sole source of healing. Definitely gonna want the food with you. Of some description. Which was that? I love that I get so many things on a character that can't use them. Like, oh, what's that? You're on a rogue. Here, have a wand. What? Like, thanks, I guess. Does anyone actually use wands anymore? Like, legit? Like, real, normal characters, do they? I tried and got frustrated because it kept attacking with the wand even though I didn't want it to, and I'm like, stop! And it just got annoying. I actually kind of miss the old days of having the wand as a backup for when you ran out of mana. And if you didn't run out of mana, then it was just there as like a stat accessory. Or to help pull a ranged mob. If you didn't want to waste the mana on it. But I don't like using them as my sole weapon anymore. It's just I feel like there's better options. That could be me. And just my preference though. Let's have another piece of umbernut cake. We're gonna be an umbernut by the time we get done with this. Can I help you? No. Okay. Why are you running in a circle? You're being weird. Unless you're waiting for somebody. I don't know what your deal is. I'm very confused when people start acting odd next to me. I'm like, what you doing? I feel like you're about to do something I'm not gonna like. Looks like they went on their way. Okay. Alright. Yeah, it took me a long time to get through this one's level this past week just because it was a long level and I was terribly distracted and I just... the focus wasn't there. My brain was just like, meh, I'm done. I don't want to do this. You can definitely see the difference in XP gains between this one and the mage to a degree, because we've had to skip a couple of mobs that were up in the air, so we'll be lucky if we get a bar and a half, I think, of XP on this rotation. Just the way it is, because we haven't been able to go after a few of the flying mobs. We've had to skip at least 3 mobs. Plus, I think the mage was able to pull one of those foxes extra that was closer to the boar. This one would end up pulling the boar, and I've pulled that boar many times by accident, and I don't want anything to do with him because he's got a pretty hefty bleed on him. That's a little bit worse than what the male stags were doing, honestly. Or at least it felt that way. Alright. Let's have some more cake. I think I started this level with 120 pieces of cake in my bag, and we're down to 23. We've eaten a lot of cake. That's for sure. We've definitely eaten a lot of cake on this character. Hopefully we can get something a little bit healthier when we get into Shadowlands. But I'm probably gonna have to stock up on something before we even get to the mall, cause oof. It's gonna be scary out there. That's for certain. Oh, that was waste. My bad. Hadn't meant to hit that just then. I thought that elemental was actually gonna be up longer. Joke's on me. So yeah, we missed 1, 2, 3, 4 mobs. So this one definitely takes a little bit longer in this loop to level because of the lesser number of mobs compared to the mage, plus they're just so squishy, honestly. And Rogue's not really my grand cup of tea. I struggle with Rogue, and I don't really know what I'm doing. I just kind of pretend. Yeah, let's eat. I don't want to take this stag on. And the sad part is we weren't down by that much food-wise. Like, we took like a bite and we were full. But even being down a little bit with the dot these guys can potentially do is a little concerning. There goes that guy again. Now the fox, we might be able to get away with our health being what it is, but it feels like the stags and the does might hit a little bit harder than the fox. A little bit. But that could just be lucky hits getting in. Okay, I feel like we're never, ever, ever leaving this zone. Ever. Especially if I'm like, okay, normally I'd be like, oh, so 1 more level and I'm out of here. And I'm like, no, 2 more levels. We're never leaving this zone. Someday. Someday we might. Maybe. If we survive that long. But can we survive that long? That's the question. So, I do have to take that trial account through. Trial class. Oh my god, why do I keep saying that? Trial class. Queen of Misspeaking. I have to take the trial class through the Maw for the rogue and the mage. And I don't know when I'm gonna do that. I was thinking about doing it on stream though. So I don't know. Because the trial class starts at 48. And technically, you can go into the mall at 48. Gee, maybe we should have grabbed another stack of food at this rate. Will 16 get us this last little bit of XP? I don't know. Well, I mean, I do have the vendor mount, so I can grab something. It'll be a little bit lower level, probably, but it'll be something. If we run out. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna do that on stream or not. I feel like I should. To at least, you know, experience what the heck I'm gonna get into, even though it's gonna be at level 48. Because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna dick around with a trial class for 2 levels to bring them up to 50. When I'm turning around and deleting the character anyway. I've got other things that need doing, so I'm probably just gonna be like, okay, well, let's see how this handles at 48. To just kind of get a feel for what we can expect. I don't know, we've got 13 pieces of cake here. I'm not confident we're gonna have enough cake. I'm really not. I mean, we might. I mean, I do have a few band-aids, but I was trying to hold on to them for an emergency mall situation, but the amount that those things are going to heal is going to be ridiculous, so I probably should just use them. Because if I sit on them, I might not ever end up using them. How much is this gonna heal? $7.99. Yeah, that ain't gonna do much, is it? And those I have only because this character was around when first aid was still a thing and not strictly for tailors. So this character's been around for a hot minute. Because I haven't bought bandages off Auction House. I rarely go to Auction House anymore. I'm just not in the city that much. So we've got 11 pieces of cake left. Alright, Mr. Stag, be gentle. Be gentle, Mr. Stag. Alright, let's hit Vial. Hopefully we don't flash. I did have a couple of flashy screens on this character while leveling them this time through. So that was interesting. But like my pants could be upgraded a bit. My gloves could be upgraded a bit. The rest is pretty much stuff that's out here. I mean, the rings, you know, whatever. I'll probably look on auction house. I doubt I'll see anything. I don't have a neck. I don't have trinkets. So I'm not fully kitted out here. If I had leveled a little bit in Legion, I might have had some trinkets drop that were something, but I didn't. So I don't know if I'm going to bother looking on auction house for those. Sometimes it's not worth their cost because I can't really use their on-use effects anyway. Although not all of them have on-use, but some of my characters have their trinket slots filled in and some don't. It depends on A, how old they were, and B, where they leveled. So the older ones that had made it to 120, those went through Legion zones. So if RNG was on their side, then they got some kind of trinket slot filled. Maybe a ring upgrade. Maybe.
It's too far away.
Burnt my tongue on my tea. As usual. Because I always think, oh, well, it's going to be cold if I don't drink it now. And then it's like, oh no, that was still like blazing hot. I'm out of my key lime tea. I think. I don't think the tea bags in the Ziploc were mine. They didn't look right. So that was sad. I need to order some more. Because that was good hot or cold. So that didn't matter so much if I didn't get to it completely while it was hot, because I would drink that one if it chilled a bit. I'm actually out of all of my key lime stuff. The one body butter that I had for it, I still have a little bit left on that, but it does have its shelf life, so I'm a little leery about using what's left in the bottom. That's just me though. I did use most of it, but I can't order it. It's not anywhere online. It was like only in the shops in person down there, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I was like, why can't I find this? It just doesn't exist outside of the shops down there. Very, very annoying. I am surprised he didn't come running for me. Sometimes this guy will. I really only need what? One more mob? Yeah. Well, I guess we're gonna have to go down to the fox just to ensure that we're gonna get enough XP. Kermit's does have a lighter a lighter lotion that is key lime scented as well. It's a little bit waterier than the other stuff, but it's not bad. It's a little bit lighter. And that's a good number 2 for me. So at least I can order something. But I'm just mystified that I can't order the other thing anywhere. Alright, 49. This one survived another level. Shroud of Concealment. I don't see it on my bar. Shroud of Concealment. Is this an outlaw thing? Where the F is it? Oh, it's a stealth thing. Extend a cloak that shrouds party and raid member. Oh. I feel ya. I gotcha. Can we... Okay, that's really right up on in there, but okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Facebook's being dumb. Why is Facebook being dumb? Just a reminder, Saturday night, my town will be celebrating the 4th of July. On July 3rd, the city will host a fireworks show presented by so-and-so. Display will commence at dark in the field south of the high school. Come on out and help us celebrate the independence of this great country. Oh, goody. I'm not a huge fan of fireworks. Like, they're kind of cool to look at, but I'm not going to go out of my way to look at them. I've done that too many times, and it's just been like, meh. I don't get that much out of it. I'm very sensitive to loud sounds, so I don't like being right up at a fireworks display. I would have to be some distance away. And, you know, sometimes the doggos get upset. I wish this mouse had a longer cord on it. I'm not able to sit at the distance I always want to be at, because it feels like I'm going to rip my mouse out of the back of the computer. Alright. So WoW challenges Bloodthirsty Soulsapped. We are running an outlaw. Things level 49. So we're getting there slowly. Looking at a slash plate of 8 days, 16 hours, 16 minutes, and 33 seconds. Total kills are at, in this very moment. Oh, is that what the weirdness is? My keyboard was on my mouse pad. Hi Momo, what's up? You got a potty? You're gonna have to wait a minute, bud. You're gonna have to wait a minute. I'm in the middle of something, and Daddy's in the middle of something. That doesn't have a pause on it. Alright, so where's... I lost all my keys. Where are they at? There they are. They're over further. 13753. Alright, so let's tweet that. Have a seat, Momo. We'll get you in a second. Alright, so repairs weren't bad. 13 silver for a full level because I didn't repair at all during the level. So not bad. Alright, so still was kind of low on the high ticket vendor trash. So I'm actually going to separate out the different totals. That one was 242 on just the vendor trash.
Appreciate your patronage.
Another 47 on the green items. Alright, so let's tuck you back into your cubby spot. Alright, looks like husband got him. Alright, and the last one for tonight, I think. Although, I don't know, we could attempt to do that trial class tonight, but that's gonna take a little bit. Of fiddling. We know it is. Sorry about the yawn. It's been a... Hey, at least the sun looks like it's starting to come back out. You know, I'm just kind of mystified by the news headlines about the illness running rampant because the governor dropped the mask mandate before a lot of people were vaccinated, and there were already a lot of people that were thumbing their nose at the mask mandate and doing what they wanted anyway. And then we see a headline that's like, oh, we have the state's biggest jump in one-day cases since February.
Really? We got that bad?
Yeah. And I'm like, well, you dropped the mask mandate. And there's a lot of purposefully not getting at people because of whatever reason. That at the same turn refuse to wear a mask if they're not going to get it. So, plus summer's here and everything's opened and tourists are coming in and people are going on vacation and coming back. So, should we really be surprised? I'm not surprised. This doesn't surprise me one bit. Not at all. Like they're doing, like the headline's like, oh my goodness. Well, yeah, common sense says that's what's gonna happen. If you're not gonna take any measures for protection against possible spread, then yeah. I'm really nervous about this craft fair at the end of the summer because parents want to go. And I know nobody's going to have a mask on. Very few people will. Because of the area. And the attitude that people have around here. We'll see. Russell and I aren't going. We'll drop them off. but I'm not comfortable going to a large group event yet. Like, I don't really care that it's outside because that place gets packed. Like, you're elbow to elbow in there where they hold the event. So not a whole lot of wiggle room. I don't know. Oh, so back to the XP thing. Remember how I was saying it looked like my XP was being weird? When I got to 25%, I logged out, or 26% rather. I logged out and logged back in, and my XP increased on the kills. So I'm not sure. Maybe the maybe it does continue to scale to a degree. Up to 53? I don't know. It was weird. I'll have to watch it more on the others to see what's happening with them. It's just very strange. But yeah, I was getting 5 something on these guys, so I don't know. Very confused. But we'll see. I do need to check what my daily quests are at, just to make sure that we're still okay.
I need to target something first.
So at one point, certain ones were showing 2 daily quests. Now I'm still showing 1. And that's fine, because we've got that phantom single daily in the mall. Sound like a very large vehicle going by. Sound like a very slow, heavy vehicle.
I need a target.
Alright. So, no incredible drops. I think I might have picked up a couple of greens. I'll have to check my bag. Nothing that was really all that awesome. I think because we geared before coming in here, we're not gonna have that many upgrades right now. I think I replaced a belt. But yeah, I have picked up a few things. Not that many horns. I'm kind of surprised. The horns are hard to get, though. They're about as elusive as the ivory tusks at times. Off of the sky mains and stuff. I almost feel like the horns have a better drop rate off of the turtles than they do the sky mains, but
I do not have a target.
it's hard to compare because we kill nothing but turtles for the most part. Once we start in on them, we're killing sky mains, a few foxes, a few turtles. Like we're still killing a variety of stuff at this point. Now, for experimentation purposes, I did attempt to, I don't know what this dude's doing. he's skinning. Or she. I did wander over to the level 60 mobs this level, because I was like, could we speed this up a little bit on the hunter? I lived. I did kill a level 60 moth. It was a long fight though, and I didn't feel like it really saved any time at that point because of the length of fight. So I was like, yeah, well, we'll come back to this. Maybe not just yet. We'll see what the next level brings. What level are we? We are 50. We're currently 53. Maybe we'll see what level 54 brings. Don't know. But we'll see what happens. Like, I hadn't tried a turtle yet, but I was like, well, the moths might be a little bit easier. Even though I don't like where the moths are situated. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of 60 mobs over there. There's some trolls that are hostile. But, I was like, well, maybe. Maybe we'll just give it a look-see. So I might look at it again next level. Or I might just put a pin on that till 56. Because they were definitely red to me. There's no questioning that. And these guys just... no drops for you. Very sporadic with the drops off of these turtles. There's a drop. And it's something that's not for us. Okay. We have 2 of those now. No, turtle, come back. Come back, turtle. I don't want you killing him out. No, come back. I don't want you killing him out in the water, please. I need you back over here. I got about a bar to go. And there were some mobs missing back through the section that we just came through. So that was a little disappointing. There weren't many missing. It was just a couple of the horses. So I think the demon hunter might have dispatched of them. But we'll see.
It is too far away.
I was definitely surprised to see they brought so many new mounts in with this patch. Wasn't really expecting that. Though I haven't really been avidly mount collecting in a while. Mostly because I got tied up doing this stuff. Because mount collecting does take a little bit of time. So between challenge stuff and art stuff, I just haven't had time to go mount collecting. I only pop in on my character that holds my guild at like every couple of weeks because I'm not really hardcore leveling them at the moment. I think they're level 54. I never even got them to 60. I got my gatherer to 61st because I was like, well, you know, I needed to get some money for some game time. So I was like, let's do this one first. And I was mostly leveling through XP from picking up flowers and mining. I had more than outleveled the areas I was questing through. I was like, okay, maybe I should go do a few quests now. Because it was time consuming sitting there getting some flowers and getting some ore and then sitting there and fishing at the end of the night when I was too tired to deal with anything else. Fish had been selling pretty well for a while. Prices have kind of tanked recently, I guess, because a lot of people might have gone back on a break waiting for 9.1. It's kind of what it felt like. It felt like prices were dropping super low just to get sales in. And it didn't feel like as many people were buying to match the amount of people that were farming. Because I know I was disappointed in the prices, and then I was like, yeah. So I was gunning to try to get enough to get a token, and then I knew I was gonna run out of time, so I broke down and just bought some game time to give me a little bit more breathing room. And then other circumstances happened, and I ended up with more game time that I wasn't expecting, and I was like, oh, okay. Cool. So I don't have to gun it quite as hard to try to get some fundage here. Oh, wait, is that our friends? No, those are different friends. Okay. Those aren't the same ones we've been seeing. Alright, so we do have a hefty amount of greens. I always feel bad vendoring these because I was like, but I could DE these on the other one, and I'm like, you need the cash more right now, so trust me, you need the cash more. Because my original main has been an enchanter for some time, so it always pains me to vendor the greens.
Out of range.
But I mean, her enchanting's not maxed, but at this point in time, the gold's more important. I can do more with the gold than I can the enchanting mats. And if I was raiding, it would be different, but I'm not, so that's fine. Oh, what is this? 13 agility, 24 stamina, 16 haste, and 9 versatility. That's 8 agility. Oh, that's a big difference. We are losing some crit, but that's a big difference. So in item level, at least, was that a BFA cape that we've had on all this time? I'm uncertain. It might have been. That might have been something I wasn't able to replace or forgot to look up. Either's entirely possible with me. Prices just might not have been there when I was looking. They might have been a little excessive. Getting some ribs here, that's good. They used to sell better than they are right now though, so that's sad. But, you know, I guess we couldn't expect the 9,000 gold for like half a stack of ribs to continue for too long. Alright, so we got tranquilizing shot somewhere. Oh, that's a passive effect. Okay, what is this? When tranquilizing shot successfully dispels an effect, gain 10 focus. Okay. Alright. Hard to see the turtle. That'll have to do. Okay. So we have hit 54 on the hunter. We actually made pretty good time today. Getting these 4 done. So I might pop onto that trial class after all, since it's not that late. So let's do the slash played. And we'll get our cropping on. Okay, because I can't get in the kitchen yet to make dinner anyhow. So, WoW challenges, Blood, Thirsty, Kneesee, Beastmaster, Hunter, Dings, level 54. So we've got a slash played of 6 days, 23 hours, 21 minutes, and 20 seconds. And our total kills on the hunter thus far have got us at 14,567. Okay, so let's tweak that. I am gonna check the quests again because I don't know if it's a level that's kicking it off or if it's where I'm stepping that's kicking it off. But we're still at 1 daily quest completed, so I know where that came from. Sort of. It happened somewhere. The credit was given somewhere in the mall, even though I didn't do a daily quest in the mall in this character, which is dumb. Excuse me, but oh, ow, that hurt. Oh, that really, really hurt. Ow. I had a burp get stuck. And then it went back down the way it came up. Those are painful. Alright, let's do our vendor trash first. Okay, so that was 240 in vendor trash. We'll do the 2 items we replaced. And then the rest of the greens, which is an additional 408 gold, so 4, 5, 6, so 648-ish total, roughly, for this level on this character. It's not bad. Better than I was expecting, honestly. Alright, so since we do have a little bit of time, let's pop over to create a new character. And let's do a trial class. We're gonna go rogue. Gnome rogue. Sorry, my clip is falling out of my hair. It's a very evil little hairstyle. Hairstyle's not gonna matter for this though, so let's go trial Kneesee. I think that's spelled right. I can't really see it. My camera is hanging down. What we look like doesn't really matter all that much, does it? Really, those are the... Pink. Oh, I haven't really looked at the male hairstyles. Some of these are cute. Yeah, let's just go with that. Let's be all sorts of weird. What hasn't? Oh, outlaw. No, I want to be outlaw. Oh shit. I want to be outlaw. Your specialization isn't available. You'll be able to switch to this specialization later. Why can't I finish? Choose a talent specialization for your character. But I want this. Ugh, I know nothing about now where's it gonna put me? I know nothing about assassination. All kinds of chimes happening. Why are we now on the Wrath of the Lich King loading screen? What happened?
Let me know when you're ready to get started.
What? Why am I here? I don't want to be here. Can't do that well in a trial class. Flight Master Westall. Where does this take me? I'm going to Stormwind. I don't know why I'm here. This doesn't help me. I'm all in blue gear, aren't I? Oh no, okay, we're in greens. Okay. Alright, so we're in gear that's item level 55. So this is probably gear that's below requires level 50 since we were 48. I don't know why I was on the skyboat in Wrath. That was interesting.
Champion, the veil between our world and the Shadowlands has been sundered. The Ebon Blade stands ready.
Yeah, Ebon Blade.
Come, before the icy grasp of death claims all of Azeroth.
That doesn't matter because this isn't getting added. Alright. We'll unlock this. Let me do that. I am half blind. We need the big font. Mount. I really can't swap my specialization. Really. Why won't you let me choose this in the other screen? You're a pain. If stealth is here, why do I need it here? Like, that's a little redundant. Alright, what is the deal with these? What is my weapons? Oh, these are swords. Item level 55, item level 55, 12 to 20 damage. Okay, these are probably better. They're still... Alright, so none of this is like hugely problematic, so that's fine. Don't have much money for food though, but okay, now to remember how to fucking set this up. Where did I have things? Alright, Vanish is on there. Poisons. I don't remember where I have my poison sitting. Shiv, I think. Attack with your offhand, dealing 106 physical damage, dispelling all enrage effects, and applying a concentrated form of your active non-lethal poison. You can only have one poison active, I believe. Or am I dumb? Oh, you can have 2 poisons at once? Is that why I've been struggling so hard? You can have a lethal and non-lethal at the same time? Shut up, Russell. Why didn't you ever tell me?
I didn't know I needed to tell you.
I thought it was 1 poison and that was it. I didn't know it could be a poison and a non-lethal. Like, I didn't know you could have 2 different classes of poison at the same time. Oh my god. Wow. I feel all sorts of dumb right now. I didn't know that. I just thought it was 1 poison or no poison. Wow. Slice and dice is somewhere over here. Yeah, I feel stupid. Okay, well it makes more sense using this now, so right. Sap. Tricks of the trade's not really going to matter here. This doesn't really matter. Kidney shot, finishing move. That stuns the target. Kick is in interrupt. Evasion. Performs an evasive maneuver, reducing damage taken from area effect attacks. So this is usable while stealthed. If I'm in stealth, okay, we can still access that. Cloak of Shadows. I know these aren't in exactly the same spots. Blind. Was blind to stealth only? No. Ambush requires stealth. Oh my god, I feel so dumb. Damn. Alright, roll of bones goes here. Pistol shot goes here. I think I've got between the eyes here. don't really see me using all that much. Gouge out the eyes of an enemy. Damage will... I don't know if I'm really going to use that. Dispatch. Finishing move. Bleed Fury. Causes your single target damage to... Okay, that's a dangerous one. We're going to stick that one over there. Adrenaline Rush. Increases your energy regeneration rate by 60. That could be a oh fuck me moment, so... I think this is close to how the other one was sitting. Oh my god, I cannot believe... You guys have no idea how...
Having an easier time, are we?
I haven't started killing yet. I'm on a trial class. Going into, the mall. I know that Wowhead was saying it was kind of bugged at the moment. Showing itself as a low-level quest. I don't know if that just means in terms of XP or if that also means in terms of damage. We'll see. If it deals low-level quest damage, then that would be cool. But...
Champion, preparations have been made. White Mane
So...
will tell you of the grim
What
fate
do you
that's
see?
befallen our allies.
There is no...
I just feel so fucking stupid. We've seen this cinematic 45,000 times, so we're just going to advance it along
Acaris, the stronghold of the Ebon Blade, has moved to Icecrown Citadel.
so that we
My
can
death gate will take us there. High Lord Bolvar
get
Fordragon has
through
recovered from his
the
battle with Sylvanas
sequence.
Windrunner.
Right. I'm standing here waiting for the Death Gate to show up, and it's already there. Alright, so... Come on, Darian. We got shit to do. Let's go. Look, we discovered Ice Crown.
Look to the sky and you will see the results of her actions. I have never
Alright,
beheld
so I don't know how
anything
this
like this.
The peace remains
first
tenuous.
fight that I'm gonna have to do is gonna
These
go,
are troubled
because
times. Our people need stability.
I feel all sorts
Light
of
and holy
discombobulated at the moment, because I don't like just jumping into a class.
The veil between our world and the Shadowlands. During my vigil upon the frozen throne, I caught fleeting
Even though
glimpses
we're a
into
level
the
higher than
realms
this on the other one, it feels weird because I'm pretty sure I don't have stuff in the right spots, but it's close.
That is where you must go if you are to save those
Oh,
Sylvanas
Darian.
has taken.
Darian and
Together,
Bolvar,
we can open the way.
you're long-winded. Can we move this along?
Place the shards of
Thank you.
domination around the circle of when the hell
Because
rested upon
you're
my
taking
head,
forever,
it
friend.
took all my will to keep its insidious power in
You're
check.
taking forever.
Many times I nearly faltered.
Like, I am confused.
I could sense
Can't Bolvar do
dark
this?
presence at the edge of my
If
consciousness.
he's the Lich King, like, wouldn't
I
he have
dare
an
not
easier
travel
time?
with you. Even free of the helm, I fear I would become bound to the will of its true master. But this threat cannot be left unchecked.
Or is the fact that we're touching the helmet significant in the fact that it lets us travel through them all? Is that what it is?
The dangers you face will be considerable. Alone,
We've been granted a semi-kiss of power from the Lich King.
to aid in this task, the Knights of the Ebon Blade shall lend you their strength.
It would be nice if they would wait to walk into the summonation circle and
Living mortals
or not really, we're not really summoning anything, but I guess the black hole of doom until we've finished. Then we're like walking through them and they're in the way. Like, they could have waited till we got to this part and then stepped into the circle, I
Your
feel.
courage will be remembered, champion. Aldiel Shalar.
Find those who were taken. And
Why
bring
does
them
everybody
home.
else get pulled through before us when we're standing directly in the middle?
The others. The Banshee is mine to kill.
Tyrande, don't do this.
For Ilisar Perenol!
Really, Tyrande?
Cannot lose you
Tyrande?
to the darkness.
Are you gonna be our final boss, being controlled by the jailer? You have unspent talent points. Like, we totally didn't die from that. Like, others died next to us, and we just pop up. Like, this is fine. Alright, so we're gonna see how this plays out.
For us, there is no peace, no rest. A shadow of hope remains.
I at least want to go up to the escort. I'm not gonna do the entire mall today on the trial class. I just really want to see how the damage on the escort's gonna be, cause that's where I'm the most concerned. So we're gonna test this to a point. Forgot what I was supposed to be hitting. I'm like, I'm supposed to be doing something here. It's two of those guys. I don't know if I wanna
Regroup with your fellow
get
knights.
into all
We will
that
not be
right
far
now.
behind.
A little busy out here at the moment, it seems. So we'll see how this fight goes. Alright, so far not terrible. Why am I in combat? Is it because of this? Alright, seems like that's what was holding me in combat for some reason. Alright, let's get the doggy woggy doodle. Oh, I feel like I've gotta pop my ears so bad. This is so annoying. I only have one earbud in too because my other ear was sore. Now this one's a lot higher in XP. Alright. Fascinating. Okay. There's got to be other people out here that I'm just not seeing that well. It helps that Darian's basically tanky. So we don't want to lose him. He's very important to our cause at the moment. We still need to rally some people here. So that's not good. That's an elite over there. There's that one. Alright, unfortunately, we're gonna have to deal with this. I think. No, this is probably gonna hurt. Then again, maybe not. Come on, Darian. Hop 2, buddy. Alright, let me get you.
We are establishing a forward position. Go. Make sure we
You're
hold it.
taken off, so that puts us at 7. You're gonna be 8. Still not enough. And we can't really deal with that dude yet. Because if we do, I think Darian's gonna run for the bridge and leave us. So, as much as it pains me, I think we need to double back. And grab these two. Alright. We're definitely not turning anything in until we get to the bridge, because we need Darian to stay with us. So we're unrested and at level 48. We haven't gotten much XP at all. Damn, now we gotta wait for this dude to bounce back up. That's annoying. I wasn't so sure we were gonna be able to pull that off at first. Now this, we have to kinda do at a distance. Oh, Darian stealthed. Fascinating. Fuck. Does Darian keep fighting if I vanish? No, he doesn't. Shit. Darian, go. Go, my friend. I forgot to buy food. That's a problem. Has he changed the others yet? Again? Is that still on cooldown? I have a feeling that the second we get in there. This is gonna be difficult. Like, super, super difficult. Okay, so that was all sorts of terrifying.
We have done all we can here. Let's get moving before reinforcements arrive.
I mean, not that we can eat mid-combat anyway, but... Damn. That was, Really? You didn't give me any food? No.
We are driven by a single
I don't think we get any food. Well, see, these quests are giving, like, proper XP. Oh shit, did I have this while we were in there? Or did this just pop up? Again, I am just... Ugh. I'm being all sorts of spastic lately. Okay, well that counted while we were stealthed, so that's good. Come on, Darian. I don't remember this dude being all the way up here, though. Right? Or have other people just kept this thing killed? There's that.
It would be unwise to break the enchantment.
This one's hostile. This one's not. We're gonna wait for him to walk away, though. Because he's potentially problematic. Even though he was listed as neutral, I don't trust him. Come on, Darian.
What's that up ahead?
We need to see what's about to happen here. This is our biggest problem here.
Looks like we
Time for
secured the
dreams
Lord
is
Admiral.
over.
This is what concerns me the most. Okay, so it was really just like those first couple of quests getting in here that were giving the 3,000 XP. Everything else has been giving 7.
Power. Or it.
So that's interesting.
I will manage. Thank you for coming to my aid, Jaina.
So that's not that bad of an XP bug. That's still
They found us. Be ready.
workable.
Struggle,
Cutscene. Yeah. Oh, that was scary. Okay. Really? And of course, because we're in combat, we can't stealth again. Okay, can you get off my screen? Because I can't see shit. Okay, let's stealth again. Let's find someone that we can attack. Her. Come on, Darian. I don't know where you be. Can't see anybody else. Darian, hello? Darian? You're just standing there, bud.
Getting us out of here.
What are you doing? Darian.
I left some mere images behind to keep them distracted.
That doesn't bode well, Darian.
For long.
Hurry.
This is the nerve-wracking part.
I know what
Not really all that ready, but let's
There's
go.
a cave just around the bend. With any luck,
Just
we
around
can
the
reach it before
bend.
they notice.
Let's hope so. Our captors won't be pleased you managed to slip past them again.
They're all walking like in a stealth animation, but they ain't stealthed, so
us our luck.
Secure the cave.
So that still seems to be working okay.
So much for remaining unnoticed. Let's hurry.
What did Braun mean by slip past them again?
So that wasn't too bad, although I was stealthed, so...
I've broken free countless times, only to end up back in a cage. I've hidden inside this cave before. We can't stay long, but it should buy us a little time.
Fuck.
Another ambush. Bring them down.
Shit. Blue Feet of Doom.
Lord Admiral, before we found you,
Get my ass stealthed again. It seems to want to keep dive bombing that specific
No, I have
spot.
not.
she leapt into the rift just ahead of us. She vowed to find Sylvanas Windrunner at any cost.
So Rogue seems like they'll be okay through the escort.
Ancient ritual infused her with incredible power.
So that's
Here it may be
encouraging.
beyond her ability to contain it.
I'm hoping that by time comes for the mage, that whatever major issues seem to be
I've had
happening
enough of your
will be
cages, fiend.
There is nowhere to run. Nothing escapes the
will be dealt with. So to speak. So this is the part that I was the most concerned for,
These allies of yours are
but
insignificant.
we seem
You will
to
all
be
end
okay.
up in chains.
Not if we end you first.
Don't know if it's because we're on the trial class or what, but
It is useless.
seem to be alright.
In here.
Thank you for pointing out the obvious, Gina. Alright, so I feel a little bit better
We should be
about
safe
bringing
enough
that one
here.
in. Maybe we'll bring them in at 50 after all,
When you first arrived,
because this was at
I
48.
wasn't sure if you were even real, or if you were just another illusion meant to torment us.
So I think the
beginning to
toughest
lose
part
hope
for
when I
this
see
one
anyone
was
from the
that
world
that elite dude, cause that was all sorts of painful. Alright, so yeah, that's gonna do it. We still got some interesting information from that. Yeah, that'll do it for tonight. Thank you guys for popping in and spending some time. Appreciate it. Tomorrow we'll be doing Stardew Valley, and Friday we'll have another round of Fire Festival Friday with the Iron. From what I'm hearing, they've bumped up the XP gain for the higher level characters doing the bonfires to more level appropriate XP. So we'll see what happens when we get to Friday. Hopefully that was not an accidental thing and that stays. And hopefully that will carry over into our future holidays coming up in the fall. Because that would certainly be helpful. And then there is no podcast this week. So I've got nothing happening on Saturday, and then Sunday we'll be doing art. We'll be starting our new project on Sunday, and I think I've found what I want to do. So you all have a great night. Stay safe in and out of game. I hope to see you tomorrow for Stardew Valley, and in the meantime, have a good one.